In this video, I will explain the right-hand truth tree rules for two-sided truth trees in propositional logic. The left-hand rules are explained in another video. The right-hand rules are the rules for the formulas that appear on the right-hand side of the tree, the false side. So just like there were for the left-hand rules, there are 5 right-hand rules, one for each logical operator in our system: and, or, not, arrow, and double arrow. These rules will also be easy to memorize since they are also based on the standard truth tables for each logical operator. We will start with the rules that don't require branching. So we will start with the easiest rule, not right. So if we have the formula not A on the right, so if not A is false, well then A is true. The second rule that does not require branching is or right. So if the formula A or B is false, well then we know that A is false and so is B, because there's only one way in which a disjunction is false. The third and final rule that does not require branching is the rule of arrow right. So if the formula A arrow B is false, well, there's only one way that that can be false, and that's if the antecedent is true and the consequent B is false. Okay, so now the rest of the right-hand rules will require branching because all of these connectors have more than one way in which they can be false. We will start with the rule of and right. So we will start by looking at the truth table for and. So when we look at the truth table for and, we see that there are a number of different ways that an and statement can be false. However, it can be boiled down to 2 ways. Either A is false or B is false. And that's how the rule of and right will work. So if we have the formula A and B is false, well then we know that either A is false or B is false. And last but not least, we have the rule of double arrow right. So if the formula A, if and only if B is false, well then we know that either A is true and B is false, or B is true and A is false. So that's all of the propositional logic rules for the right-hand side of truth trees. If you haven't already done so, check out the video on the propositional logic rules for the left-hand side of the truth trees. Also, make sure to check out my next video, which will explain all of the rules for the predicate logic truth trees.